All right, here we are on day 10, and yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. Let's check out day 10. Yeah, summary to determine the best route to the deep bouquet, but it only applies to syntax error navigation subsystem online. All of them. The name is worse than you thought. You bring up a copy of the navigation subsystem. Navigation subsystem is made up of several lines containing chunks. There are one or more chunks in each line, and chunks contain 0 or more chunks. Adjacent chunks are not separated by any delimiter. If one chunk stops, the next chunk, if any, can immediate starts. Every chunk must open and close with one of 4 legal pairs of matching characters. If a chunk opens with paren, it must close with paren. If a chunk opens with that, it must close with that. So blank is a legal chunk. More complex valid chunks equals this, and so on. Some lines are incomplete, but some are corrupted. Find and discard the corrupted line first. A corrupted line is one where a chunk closes with the wrong character. It is where the characters it opens and closes with do not form one of the 4 legal pairs. Examples of corrupted chunks include that. For example, consider the following navigation subsystem. Some of the lines aren't corrupted, just incomplete. You can ignore these lines for now. The remaining 5 lines are corrupted. Stop at the first incorrect closing character on each corrupted line. The syntax characters actually have contests to see who can get the highest score for syntax errors. The file is true to calculate syntax error score for a line. Pick the first illegal character and look it up in the following table. In the above example, an illegal paren was found twice. Illegal this, 23. Find the first illegal character in each corrupted line. What is the total syntax error scores of these? All right. So let us get started. Probably this is a sort of thing where if I knew how to use some parsing library, I could use some parsing library, but I don't, so I'll have to do it by hand. Okay. And now let's do OC. OC stands for open to close. And I'm just going to make mapping open paren goes to close paren. Less than goes to greater than, and squiggle goes to squiggle. Okay. So that's my list of things. And what I want to do is I want to find first, what did I call it? Is it first corrupted character? First illegal character. And I am in the .text file, which is why my syntax highlighting is not happening. I was wondering about that. Def first illegal character. From S, which is a string, and it is going to return an optional string. Form typing import optional. Oh wow. Okay, so I was going to use a stack for C and S. If C is in OC, so it's an opening character, stack append C. Otherwise, if C and OC values, if not stack or OC.stackPop is not equal to C, return C. So that's actually right. But the other part it wanted me to do had to do with incomplete. So this is correct. So let's think about this. So we have a stack, and that's going to be basically opening characters that we've seen, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say for each character in the screen, if it is an opening character, then I just push it onto the stack. Otherwise, it's a closing character. Actually, I don't even need this because I can assume that it's a closing character. And then, if there's no stack, or if the OC of the stack.pop is not C, so the closing character of the opening thing is not right, return C, and then otherwise, and return none. Let me just score equals these scores are not right, but it's suggesting the it's suggesting the right characters. So paren is 3. Okay, and square brace is 57. And curly brace is 1197. And then the angle bracket is 25137. Okay, and now def score of line, which is a string, goes to an int. And what I want to do is I want to do FIC equals first illegal character of line if FIC, oh, watch this, if FIC equals that, this is like a walrus operator, then that, and then otherwise return 0. Okay, and so now what I have is raw, so let's say lines equals raw dot split lines, and then assert this sum of score line for line of lines equals 569, which is not what I want. I want 26397. Okay, and so let us Python day10.py, that passed. Okay, so now let's get our puzzle inputs. In part 2, they'll probably want us to do something with the incomplete ones. Look at that. You can tell that this is starting to recognize advent of code problems because raw equals open data day10.text.read. Let's say lines equals print sum of score line for line lines. Okay, so let us run this and see what we get. Because I did not put that there. Okay, and it is 411, 471. So let's try this and see if it works. That's the right answer. Okay. Now discard the corrupted lines. The remaining lines are incomplete. Incomplete lines don't have any correct characters. Instead, they're missing some closing characters at the end of the line. To further negative injustice, we need to figure out the sequence of closing characters that complete all open chunks of the line. You can only use closing characters, and you must add them in the correct order. And the autocomplete tools also have contests. The score is completion string character for care. Start with total score of 0. Then for each character, multiply the total score by 5 and increase the okay. The winner is found by sorting all the scores and then taking the middle score. Always be an odd number of score. Blah blah blah. Okay, so etc. etc. That's good. So this is completion scores equals. I hate that autocomplete. Yeah, let me do that, and then just read these off. Square bracket is 2, and this is 4. Okay. So okay. And def completion of s string, which is a string. And so we'll use this as our skeleton. It's not quite right for C and S. We'll just do this. Assert that first illegal character S is none. Okay. So now we can just go that for C and S. If C is an OC, stack append C. Otherwise, it's a closing character. So we'll just say assert C equals OC stack.pop just for check, and then that's fine. Okay, and then I'll just make this a list of strings. That'll be easy. So return OCC for C in reversed stack. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm saying take the stack, flip it around, pull one off. If it's the open paren, then you want to close paren, and so on and so forth. So that's that. And def score completion C to int. So what did they want me to do? They want to start with 0, multiply the total score by 5, and then increase the total score by the point value. Okay, so score equals 0. And here's the list of string. For C in completion, score times equals 5, score plus equals completion score C, return score. And now what I want to do is I want to def median completion score lines, which is a list of string, to int. That's good. And what I want to do is I want to say completion scores equals score completion of completion line for line in lines if the first illegal character of line is none. Okay, I should have probably done that second. And then I want to return sorted completion scores len of completion scores divided by 2. So let me check and make sure that that is right. So it saw that I wanted to do a median, and I just want to make sure that that's right. So if I have 3 of them, if I do division by 2, that's 1, that's right. If I have 5 of them, and what I want to do is assert that there is an odd number of scores. Good. Okay. Thanks, Copilot. I know for some reason it wasn't occurring to me how to do that. So, so that seems pretty good. And so now what I want to do is I want to assert that median completion score of lines equals 288957. So let's see if that works. My guess is there's probably a bug somewhere, but we can try it. Hey, it did. It worked. Good. Okay, so good. Print median completion score of lines. And it is giving me this. So let's copy that and paste it and submit it. That is the right answer. Okay, good. So yeah, today, Copilot did a lot of the work, right? This first illegal character, somehow it figured out that, I have these opening and closing things together, and that therefore it needs to be smart about walking the stack and popping them off and so on. This part was relatively straightforward. Find the first legal character. I used a walrus operator. I'm proud of myself for that, and return a score. So that part was kind of good. Then we have the other set of completion scores. You know, this is ugly. What I should have done is have a function that's like is incomplete and that checks for this, and then I could have, assert that S is incomplete. And again, I go down the stack, push on the opening ones, pop off the closing ones, and just assert that it's well formed, which we know it is because we've already asserted. You can never assert too many. I guess you can't assert too many things. Then it's just a matter of following their instructions about how to compute this completion score, and then having Copilot compute the median for me because I'm too lazy to figure out how to do a median in Python without getting an off by one. I mean, I know how to do it, but I'm always worried I'll get an off by one error. So if Copilot does it, I have to check and see if he gets an off by one error. But so yeah, it works. Pretty straightforward. Thanks for watching, I guess. I use Python for day trading. Your data science book helped me a lot. Good. Send me a share of the profits, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So that is that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. I don't know when I'll do it. I may do it in the morning because it's not a work day.